Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny and today we're doing the last part on BJDADDICTS Prompts 4 Backstories. This group here, you can see it's called, well, it's not called anything, but I do call it the Adventurers. These four are a solid group that has just come together and is starting their journey together. I'm gonna go through them first I'm gonna go through their names and their sculpts, and then I'm gonna go through their backstories one by one. And lastly, I think I'm gonna have a couple of words about how they are as a group and what they are trying to do. On the forefront, you can see here is Shana. She is a resin soul fae, dark tan. She is on the wrong body, so she's on the resin soul double jointed body. I had bought her second hand. And then we have Gil. He is a Dole Chateau cereal on the adult -4, I think, 5. No, I think it's the adult 4 body. I have just taken the extra wrist and ankle pieces off. And then we have Rose in the red hair. Very inventive. She is an Impel Doll Alma. I think she's in normal skin. Gil is also in normal pink skin, but Alma is just normal skin. And then lastly, but not certainly least, is Impel Doll Tony, and his character is called Adrian. He is in tan skin, in the old style body, and the old tan skin as well. But yeah, these four are a group. They are traveling together, and I think story-wise I'm gonna start with Rose, who is the leader of this group. She grew up as a noble lady. She was taught all kinds of things that noble ladies learn, but she was a bit of a tomboy ever since she was young. So, as well as all things nobles learn, she requested to be taught horse riding, fighting, sword fighting, and other very unladylike things. She was denied most of these, though she was allowed to ride, but only in a sideways lady saddle. And she was not fine with that. When she got a bit older, like a teenager, she insisted, and she was provided with an instructor on both riding and fighting. Sword fighting. And this is Gil. Gil was the instructor hired, and they got quite well along. Gil taught her how to hunt, how to use a sword, though Gil himself is more skilled with a bow. And they lived on the farm. Gil was of course a servant, so they didn't really, they weren't really allowed to be friends, but they became friends anyway. Gil lived off the ways in the town, but came up to teach Rose whenever he was summoned, happily. One day when they were hunting, in a larger hunting party, Rose was not allowed to hunt, even with Gil by herself. They were hunting and Rose spotted, no, Gil spotted, yeah, I think it was Gil who spotted something weird on the ground, and Rose was the one who decided to went to look. And what they found was Adrian. Now this was a younger Adrian. Adrian, he was a lot smaller back then. He was a younger teen, I think. No, he was older. Yeah. I think Adrian is older than both of them are. But they discovered Adrian. He was not doing so well. He was actually quite gravely injured, and Rose decided that they would take Adrian back to her house and make sure he didn't die, basically. Adrian was then, after many arguments with Rose's parents at the time, admitted the care. And afterwards he has been taken in as a servant in the family as well. And that's how the three of them know each other. They spent quite a lot of their youth, or the rest of their teenage years, in Rose's family's establishment, until Rose's sibling, I haven't quite decided if it's a sister or a brother, disappeared. And Rose decided that it was her duty to go and look for them. So she took off without a lot of words, and Gil and Adrian both decided to follow her. And the three of them are now on the run, basically. They are running away from people who are searching for them, and they are searching Rose's sibling. And they came into a town on this journey and saw Shana, who joined them at the town. Shana's past is pretty simple. She lived in a caravan her entire life. She hasn't ever lived in a house. She's always lived in a cart of sorts. She learned how to be a mage. She was, through her curiosity, driven to the search of the past and to join them. Shana is a main character of her own comics, so that's kind of why I'm trying to leave some details off about her. But she is, at the start of, as a doll, she is of age. She's slightly older than in the comics, so there's a bit of a gap in there. Adrian's past is similarly kind of shrouded in mystery. He doesn't really talk much about it. He doesn't want to, but he says that it was his past that caused him whatever he had taken in damage when they found him. But he is sure that no one is after him, so they haven't really questioned it much. It hasn't come up that much. He tends to avoid questions and sort of dodge them, so people don't really dig about that much. Gil has lived his entire life inside the town, though he is a hunter, or he used to be a hunter and a traveler. Well, kind of. He used to, what is the word? Bodyguard. Yeah, he used to be a bodyguard of sorts to merchants or whatever coming into town. And he showed them around and basically kept them safe and got paid for it. Now this, the reason why this video is so short in a way is the same as with Shana. It's that these are things that I'm kind of looking forward to showing rather than saying in a way, because the comic that I am drawing, or have been drawing for ages, is about this group. And even though other characters may show up in it, I think Vilia might be in it at some point, but I'm not sure. Alistair and Dia probably are as well, but they're not going to be playing a main character role. They'll be sort of showing up at some points. But yeah, that's why I have somewhat little to say about them. I'm gonna leave a link of the comic in the description, though be warned, the art is really, really old, especially in the beginning parts of it. I started it way back when, and I haven't been able to continue because all of them have not been here. And I wanted to sort of... I had sort of a view on how the characters should look like, and I needed to... I had to find the shells for them before I wanted to sort of finalize that or make it official in the comic. So it's kind of a interesting thing, because now the characters are shelled into dolls, and the dolls are also the influence of the characters' appearances, partially. It's a kind of a nice mix, but I can't really say much more, so I think I'm gonna end this here. I can answer some questions though, if you have like something in mind that you'd like to know that I didn't mention, or I forgot, or anything like that. Please do let me know, and feel free to ask in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye!